of the scriptures, man, the way you're supposed to do as an Israelite.
Hey, not believing, you ain't gonna believe in the coming judgment. So you gonna hear the warnings and let them. You gonna hear the warnings and let them go past you. It's like when you grow up, you stop believing in Santa Claus, so you stop looking for him. These people do not believe in the Most High, so they're not looking for him.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
That's right. Right now, we set our heart upon Yahweh Shai, and as the brother was saying, hey, we looking forward to Yahweh Shai coming. You know, we not upon the flow when we stay in the spirit to what? To turn or go back into the world, man. You know, give me Sirach 2 and 1.
And you know, you got that story, the boy that cried wolf. He kept calling out like a wolf was coming, and people will run to his aid. You know what I'm saying? But there's never was no wolf. You know, he continued to do that. But, you know what I'm saying? It got to the point where they didn't believe him no more. So when he was crying wolf and they was really there, no one came to protect him, man. Yeah. But we're not those guys, man, crying wolf, man. These things are going to happen that we're telling you about. Yeah. You know, you're supposed to take heed to these things. This is not no fabricated or a lie that we're making up, man. It's in the scriptures, man. Right. So when we're crying about wolf, these wolves that's coming, man, speaking of Esau, Edom, all the different calamities, all the different destruction that Yahweh Shem and Shaph bring on this earth, this is real, man. So you need to take heed, man, and run back to the Heavenly Father and only God's Son while he still has his hand stretched forth, man.
That's beautiful, man, because we're telling you, like the brother is saying, a wolf is coming and a lion.
Good. Hey,
you know what I'm saying? And it's coming back and it's going to be fucking roaring.
And we crying thief in the night, man. You know, the thief in the night that's coming to take the world. You know? What they say, Brightburn, take the world. I mean, how is that coming to take the whole earth, man?
That's right.
You got that from the bro?
Okay. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 2, starting at verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
We gotta prepare for temptation, you know. And we gotta prepare, and we gotta set our mind. Continue, bro.
Set thy heart aright and consistently endure.
Put your mind right, continue to endure. That's what it's about. It's about endurance.
And make not haste in the time of trouble.
Not haste.
Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
And it said make not haste, you know. It said make not haste in what?
Make not haste in the time of trouble.
Time of trouble. The trouble's coming. You know? And we want to be grounded, you know, and rooted with the like I said, we want to be stable in the times, man. Yep.
Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
And we want to be increased at our last end. You know, hopefully being joint heirs and or getting the ticket on the chariot, man. You know, getting salvation, being called up into the cloud.
Hey, the scripture started out said, prepare thy soul for temptation. And see, in this day and age, man, Esau has made everything so relatively accessible, man, when it comes to your food, your comforts. You know what I'm saying? Anything you want to do pretty much is a key away or a drive away or a plane ticket away. You know, but but like I said, he's making everything so accessible, man, in the easy outlet, where once he started taking these things away from you and then start dangling them back in your face, that's going to be that temptation, man, which is going to ultimately come down to the point where he's going to tempt you to take that charagma so you can still be what you would call a functioning citizen, man. That's right. But you know, if you don't, you know, root yourself in this truth, okay, and if you don't have faith, believe how much you shot, you're going to be easily tempted and trapped, man, because you're going to go for the okie doke. You're going to bow the knee, man, because you're going to have that temptation, man, and your soul is not prepared because what? You did turn your house by Shimmy shot, man.
That's right. And then the scripture say, you want to say something? You go ahead. Yeah, then the scripture says, cleave to the Most High. Also, fasting, prayer, you know, prayer and things of that nature, because we have to continue to date Yahweh so he can continue to pour in us. You know, that requires a lot of effort. And it's the same thing from the spiritual sense with Yahweh, because that's why you do all you can now to get those brownie points from Yahushua, and therefore he will continue to mediate for you. And so when the time of Jacob's trouble comes, you know, more prayers and more strength is coming to you from Yahweh through Yahushua.
You got your bank account built up.
That's it. That's it. This is a great investment. What a difference a penny makes.
Ecclesiastes chapter verse 1, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Right, see, this is a formula. You know, these scriptures, the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is a formula. You know, I got the definition of the word formula, I'm going to it, but it's a formula on how we should be. Because, like the brothers going into, like the apostles have been saying for years, Jacob's trouble is coming. And Jacob's trouble is a time period, it's stated that for a reason, because it's going to be a time of tribulation. So the Lord is already telling us, when you come to serve the Lord, when you wake up, when you become privy to this knowledge, it's time to prepare yourself for temptation. So I got the definition for the word formula. It says a method, statement, or procedure for achieving something, especially reconciling different aims or positions. And then when you go into the one of the synonyms of it, it says precepts. And we already know what the precepts are. So precepts is this word, you know, the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. This is a formula on how to be. That's why when you keep going down in the word, you keep going down in that chapter, it says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increasing thy last end. That's a formula to get to a certain outcome. Just like you would do in a mathematical problem, you have to apply that formula to whatever problem it is to get the answers. So the Lord is telling us how to get to salvation. You know, the formula or the precepts to get to it. With the lab coat.
Hey, what the scripture say, my sheep hear my voice, you know, and they follow me. Yep. So we gotta apply Yahweh Shai.
I got one. Anybody have one? This is the book of Psalms, chapter 27, starting at verse 1. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is my strength of my life. Whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked, even my enemies and my foes came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell. Though an host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war should rise against me, in this will I be confident. And with all the shit that's gonna happen, man, Jacob's trouble, man, you know, there's complete chaos, man. How can we remain confident in this world, man? And when the scripture says that how we should laugh and be merry, how we gonna have that kind of confidence, man? With all the shit that's gonna be going on. It's being rooted in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It's having faith and believing Yahweh Shem Yahushua and knowing that the Lord's words are faithful and true, man. Because the Lord said he would deliver us from these things, man. Okay, so that's how we're gonna be confident when our enemies come down with that great wrath, man. That's how we're gonna be confident, you know, that as it's written in, I think it was 2 Kings, where the Lord looked out for Elijah, man, when he was telling them the moves to make, going to drink from the brooks, man, to go see the virgin, not the virgin, like the widow one. You know, these are the things that we read and have understanding and believe that the Lord is going to look out for us, because he have shown different accounts throughout the scriptures, man, how he have taken care of his men and delivered them out of particular situations, man.
Romans 15:4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
And that's it, man. I mean, that's self-explanatory. The scriptures. We might have hope because of the things that we're reading, man, that have been written aforetime, man, of our past by our forefathers, which who are us coming back in today's time, starting with our apostles and elders, man, elder bishops, who have been teaching us through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua from the time they came in to the point we're at now, man.
Again, like you said, it's written for a foretime, written for our learning. Because we seen how our forefathers handled the situation and obeying what the Lord told them to do. And now we understand that that's the method that works. So, you know, we going through the same process of the Lord. That's why he allowed the temptation, so you can be built up and understand that this is the method that works for these type of evils that come upon you. Or when you need patience, you know, this is what you do. you know, and just have faith in me. I'm gonna change the situation. I'm the one that puts you in there.
Yes, sir.
Then I'm gonna change it.
Yep,
It's all about, and it all boils down to faith.
and fear.
And faith and fear. Because when you think about it, what about Father Abraham? His faith was accounted for righteousness. You know what I'm saying? So we're battling sin and this wicked ass flesh, and all we have is faith in Yahweh Shem Shai. Now the scary part is that whole formula is reciprocated because that faith comes from the Most High. Like we don't just get up on I'm gonna believe until I'm gonna believe that we're gonna be saved. No, it has to be something the Most High is pouring into your spirit because He can snatch that spirit. Think about the fallouts. Do you think they want to be in the position they're in?
Right.
2, 5, 6, 8 years ago, they never would have thought they would be in that position. Neither did we.
That's right.
And that's the scary part about it. It's not of us, it's about the will and the game plan of Yahweh Shai.
And I was just on the way down here, and I was thinking, you know, I was watching the video of Pastor Bar was putting up, how, you know, he's just going into, you know, the bug outs, and I was just thinking, like, you know, just a few years ago, or however long ago, they was teaching, and they was so-called rooted in what they was believing in at that time, you know, right? And they was teaching the sound doctrine, you know, but to go outside and go back until you teach the same doctrine as the Christians teach, you know, hey man, that's a scary thing, man.
Yep.
Scripture says it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of Yahweh Shem Shai.
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
I want to read down on it. This is Psalm chapter 91, verse 1. Verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord.
A question, what's the secret place?
It's truth.
The truth. This is the shadow, this is the secret place. And the reason why it's secret because it's not given to everyone.
And that shadow it goes into protection as well.
That's
you
right.
know?
That's right.
I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress.
When we go into that term refuge, what does it mean? It means to flee back. So when trouble arises, we're supposed to flee back to Yahweh Shem Shai.
Safe haven.
The safe haven. We're spiritual refugees as well.
You say that strong tower.
That's right.
My power, in Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence.
Going into that nuclear missile, you know, that nuclear, that vessel of destruction.
He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
Question, what's that? To be covered with the feathers of Yahweh Shem Shai. What's that?
Chariots.
That's the chariots. Chariots.
Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor the arrow that flieth by day, nor the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
See, because we know all this was created for the wicked. You know, it wasn't created for the elect. You know.
1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand.
The elect is gonna witness this, man. You know, because pretty soon there's gonna be a whole lot of bodies dropping, man. Straight, hey, let's say let the bodies. Hey, how about Shemel Shai from one end of the earth to the other, man? You know.
It shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
The scriptures say, hey, the angels of the Lord encamped around them, or round about them that fear him, you know? And they protect them. Yeah, they do the will of Yahweh Shemel Shai, which is protecting the elect, because each individual, the elect, they got their own angel, man. Their own guardian angel.
The elect gonna receive that mark of exemption, man. The angels, like the brother said, the angels gonna put that mark on those who sigh and cry, man. So that's gonna be that that notification of those who are not to be touched, man.
Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thine habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come not thy dwelling.
Ultimately, we're gonna be protected from those plagues, man. Even in famine, you know.
For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone.
You're gonna be protected, you know. You're gonna be protected. You know, you're part of the elect, and you're gonna be protected.
Hey, you got that slide. So I'm gonna bring that definition out for refuge because it came out a couple times. This the definition for refuge in the etymology: shelter or protection from danger, assistance in distress, hiding place. A taking refuge, a place of refuge, place to flee back to. Yeah, you the brother, the elder priest Abaya just brought us pretty much the same definitions.
And the scripture say, "Hey, enter into my chambers," right? Into the indignation, be able to, be able to pass. Yeah. Or, did the brother have another precept?
I had that when you said slain from one end of the earth to the other. Like I said, it's Jeremiah 25:32. I'm starting at verse 32. It says, "Thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coast of the earth, and the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground." Right, and so, like you said, thousands shall fall at thy side, but it shall not come nigh thee. You know, basically, like the brother had mentioned, we're about to see the judgment of the Lord upon all these people. You know, we're about to see the horrible end of wickedness. You know, and the Lord wants to put it on the forefront of the whole earth. He wants everyone to see it. You know, it's like when we hear about what happened in these ancient kingdoms and how the Lord tormented and destroyed those nations, and it was actually witnesses that actually seen it, and they recorded it and wrote about it. It's the same thing for this time that we coming into now. With Jacob's trouble, the thermonuclear missiles, all this is finna be witnessed and recorded, you know? But the Lord is finna basically judge these people in the eyes in front of his elect, you know?
Yeah, he's gonna get that title back. Allah Shatya. Which means what? That demon-like intelligence, demon-like power, man. Like, motherfuckers gonna start fearing y'all about Shema Shah again, man. And rightfully so. You got the strongest entities in the world, such as Yahweh and Yahweh Shah, and there's no fear, slash respected on their names, man. And that's how it's coming to an end, man. Once he destroys America, he's gonna get that fear again.
It's like that scripture that said they fear the creation more than the creator.
Yeah.
You know, Jake feared Esau more than anything, man. You know what I'm saying? But they act like, people act like they don't realize that Esau also was a creation of the Most High, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So if you're gonna fear Esau Edom, how can you not fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man? But the scripture also goes into how my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because they had the understanding and knowledge of who their power truly is, man. It would be a fearful thing, man.
You say fear not him that are able to kill the body, you know, but they fear him that are able to kill both the body and the soul. Destroy both the body and the soul. You know? So all the fear is supposed to go to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because as it's written, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. You know, but fools despise wisdom and instruction, which makes them ignorant, man. You know? Because they don't know.
That's a beautiful point you brought on, because I'm thinking about that Tesla incident. How is that man's body? Hey, can you get that scripture, bro? What was just quoted? I think it's Matthew 13. Fear him that can kill both body and spirit. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna pass it back to you.
And I was just gonna speak on that. That was going to go into right there. Yeah, because basically how it all came about. My coworker had told me about it. I didn't know anything about it happening in Jackson or anything. I don't know if anybody else do, but my coworker told me about it, and I had wound up telling the brother about it. He wanted me to get the video, and so when I did, I sent it to him. But my coworker was telling me more that the guy that was trying to save the dude that was in the fire, it was his birthday. And I think what they were doing at that late time of the day or night, they were racing their Teslas. But, you know, it was the judgment of the Lord that one of them was to go and crash and had that horrible judgment, you know? And then the Lord allowed his, like the brother going into, the Lord allowed his body, his spirit to stay inside his body, and he allowed someone to wake up at whatever time it was and record it for the whole world to see.
That's right.
Going back into the point of the Lord finna allow the judgments of these, you know, of our people, 2/3 of our people, and ultimately the whole world to be seen, you know, because the Lord wanted to be seen. And when I sent the video to the brother, I didn't know it was bad quality. But if you got I sent it to Squat. So if you seen the real video, you seen the video of good quality. You seen Jake, you actually seen him on fire. Like you seen him moving in the video and everything.
He's crawling. You know, and the fire won't burn out. And I thought about when I was watching that video, how the Most High, it was actually Yahushua, how he appeared to Moses in that burning bush, but the bush never burned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It never burned out, but that guy eventually burned out.
Yeah.
You know, and Lamar, you got that?
Yeah.
In the spirit.
All right, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 28. Start at verse 27. Well, I tell you in darkness that speak ye in light, and what ye hear in your ear, that preach ye upon the housetops.
This is Yahushua speaking, and we're preaching on the housetops. Right? We're coming to the highways and byways. We're publishing videos, you know, weekly and so on and so forth. And that's filled the spirit of Yahweh Shem HaShah. So basically, we're washing the blood off our hands, man. Go ahead, bro.
And fear not them which kill the body.
Right, so man, woman, and child can kill the body. But guess what? Go ahead.
But are not able to kill the soul.
And that's what makes the Most High so detrimental, right? Because at the end of the day, the Most High can allow a man to get to like 13, 14 years old, never had a health problem before, and all of a sudden he's paralyzed from the neck down. Now, in the time frame of last week with the guy in the Tesla, this man was crawling out of the Tesla, burning. All right, that's the Most High basically putting you in hell. That's hell. That's the condition of hell. Now get Revelation 2:11, because that's how that second death is going to be, man. You know, like we always say in the spirit that we feel that, you know, when nuclear destruction is upon America, which is that second death, and like Apostle Tarr said, the United States is going to be the Tesla. And everybody inside of the United States is going to be the passengers, man. And just like that man was crawling and that fire didn't burn out, that's how these people going to be. It's not going to be a quick death. It's the second
from them.
Huh?
Scripture like death gonna flee from them.
What that means? That your spirit is going to be prolonged in your body, man. You're going to be wishing to die, begging to die. But guess what? The Most High is going to intensify that pain. And 30 seconds of Yahweh Shem HaShah can feel like 30,000 years, man.
Can I say this right quick? To prove your point, you said you're gonna be wishing to die, begging to die.
Yeah.
Doing in 9/11. What were they doing in the World Trade Center?
Jumping out the building.
Jumping out the fucking
Trying
building.
to scale a fucking building, man.
Because it was so hot.
100 stories up, man.
And then them bodies was falling at 150 miles an hour to the ground. So people was getting crushed on the ground. You know, by bullets basically, man. You know, 150, yeah, man.
And they dead before they hit the ground.
And yeah, for say, man,
He was dead before he hit the ground.
Yeah.
Because you probably hyperventilated or
That's
some
right,
shit.
had a heart attack.
Yeah.
The fire took their fear away from jumping out of 100 stories in the air, man.
100 stories up, and you thinking about jump.
Imagine, imagine those who didn't die before they hit the ground, man. Shit, hollering to the death,
Man,
screaming to the death.
Lord is preserved and why they are till they get the ground.
That's it. And that's why Yahushua say, look, you fear him that can kill body and spirit, because your spirit never dies.
Right.
And according to science, they say, well, energy can be created and destroyed. But no, according to the Most High, the logic of the Most High, he creates the spirit, but he's never going to destroy that same energy.
It's only transferred.
Right, it's transferred, because remember, he's the Father of spirits. All spirits came from him anyway. So destroying the spirit is like the Most High partially destroying himself.
And the spirit is like fire.
That's it. That's it.
You know, I think it's another scripture that says he is the God of the living, he's not the God of the dead.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Go ahead, Lamar.
What's the Revelation 2 and 7?
Did you see something about the second death? Revelation
Oh, I got you.
2 and 11. Go ahead, brother.
It's Revelation chapter 2, verse 11.
Right.
He that have an ear, let him hear
A
what the
spiritual
Spirit.
ear. Damn, my bad,
Right,
man.
right.
A spiritual ear. Meaning what that the Holy Spirit is dealing, man. Not know, okay, you hear something, no, from a spiritual standpoint. Continue.
He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the church. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death.
That's what it's all about. And the second death has not occurred yet. We're approaching the time frame of the second death. And we got a vivid video of this man getting burnt up in a Tesla, how that shit is going down.
Yeah,
You know,
it was unquenchable fire.
and it's unquenchable because you can't put that type of fire out, you know, based on the chemicals of that Tesla. Now you can get a fire extinguisher and you can try to put that person out, but that fire is still going to be engulfed on that person because there's certain chemicals causing that flame, and it doesn't just die out like like a routine fire. Water can't put out that fire.
Kind of like oil, like
Yeah,
like
something
petroleum
like
oil.
that. It takes a special component to put that shit out, man.
Imagine the thermonuclear missiles and all the elements and the chemicals that all these nations, not even just Esau, Edom, but all these nations, you know, the Lord, He created this milk. And He gave them the knowledge on how to use the elements.
I'm gonna tell you something. You know, hey, he reminded me of that chick on Terminator, holding that gate.
Sarah Connor.
That's how he was, bro, on the ground, man. Just like moaning, gnashing the teeth, screaming.
Then can I say something? too?
Yeah.
Another example of your spirit being in hell is, like you said, being paralyzed from the waist down. Most High be punishing Elon, right?
Yeah.
They'll be 23 years old in the baby's body.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 So your
Yeah.
mindset is 23, but you're stuck in a baby's body, man.
Oh,
That's being in hell too.
That's it.
bro. No, what kill me, son?
If you could.
Yeah, you probably can't function if they do.
Yeah.
You can't tell. And who knows if, you know what I'm saying, the Lord is like tormenting your mind because you can't tell nobody.
Yep.
You just there.
Oh, you talking about? Oh, I see. I don't think about the little dwarfs, but yeah.
I'm talking like straight up
Yeah.
Elam, and they be like in a 6-month-old body, but they'll be like, yeah, like a 8-month-old body, 1-year-old body, but they'll be 23 years old.
And they gonna be like that until they die.
Till they die,
Yeah.
bro.
Fearful
Right.
thing.
And most High deals with that fire,
Yeah,
man.
and don't face judgments, man.
Yeah.
Hey, oh yeah, because you said, can I forget the scripture?
Yeah, go ahead.
Psalm 104 and 30. Thou sendest forth thy spirit, they are created, and thou renewest the face of the earth. And what does it mean, thou sendest forth thy spirit, man? And we're offsprings of Yahweh.
it.
So he put energy, offsprings of himself in these earthly clay vessels, man.
Reincarnation.
That's what you call claymation.
That's
No, I'm just saying, you know, they used to call it claymation.
Yeah.
You ever watch Sesame Street? That little orange, little claymation orange. We used to watch Gumby. They show Gumby. You know somebody say Gundy or Gumby? That little, all right, but basically it's clay, but we're claymation. All right, the Most High put these live spirits inside of earth houses, man. All right, that's the marvelous thing, man. So the Most High he controls your spirit. So like you said, priest, the Most High can set your ass. I'm not gonna say you. The Most High can set a man on fire, and you'll be stuck in your body.
That's right, man.
He'll just he'll hold your spirit hostage inside of a traumatized body, man.
Yeah.
That's that death by pain. One aspect of it.
And I want to say that goes into Revelation, the 9th chapter, when it goes into World War II.
Yeah.
You know, people was in pain and death was fleeing from them, man.
I think it was World War One.
Was it World War One? Okay,
Yeah.
I stand corrected.
Because they couldn't die.
Yeah.
They wouldn't like they couldn't, and that was before they had that what's it called, morphine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I could be saying something else, but this was before they had morphine.
That's right.
So you was forced to deal with the pain.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You know.
Yeah.
It shows you that on Dead President. Remember
Yeah.
when old boy he walked on that landmine and all his guts blew out? And so basically, Lorenz Tate, he was begging Lorenz Tate to put him to death, so he hit him with that morphine
Yeah.
shot. You know,
Yeah.
that's a mercy kill.
And like you saying in World War I, you done seen some of them different movies after the, like, you know what I'm saying, after they done had they battle for that day and they take them back to the campsite. they actually sawing off body parts and shit that done been just, you know, exploded or shot or whatever, that they couldn't mend back together. Like I said, they didn't have no morphine. They didn't have no way of dealing with the pain or giving no medication for pain. So they'll saw that shit off and then put some hot metal or something on it to seal it, man. So that's pain on top of pain, man.
And like as the apostles brought out, those men couldn't die because they had to give birth to the elect.
That's right.
You know, they had to give birth. Their great grandsons is us through the Spirit. That's why, you know, you hear about your granddad, or your great granddad was in World War II, World War I. Your great granddad was in World War I. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he came back home so you could come on this earth, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's another mystery of the Gentiles, the mystery of the scriptures, because you got Israelite foreigners in those same countries that America and Jake was posted during those world wars, and they slept with those Japanese women. They slept with those Vietnamese women and took their ass right back home.
Yeah.
They took their ass right back home.
Philippines
with
full
the,
of chicks.
with the curly haired Israelite Vietnamese children. And you know what those Vietnamese children did? They went back and reproduced with Vietnamese women. And then those women turn around, you see?
Yeah.
And then their sons and their grandsons got with a Vietnamese. So none of them like straight up Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Confusion of faces.
So that's why it says the strangers gonna become, they're gonna be coming on ships to Jerusalem. You know?
Like, who is that?
Yeah.
To back you up the point, Revelation 9:5, and to them it was given that they should not kill them, but that they should be tormented 5 months, and their torment was as the torment of a scorpion when he strike a man.
Yeah, because it was World War I, and Jake, you'd be injured, all right, but you couldn't die.
Right.
But the Most High had it set up to where you was gonna give birth ultimately to the elect, man.
That's right.
So even World War I was a part of the end time prophecy, man.
That's it.
And going back to the Tsar of Russia, Tsar Nicholas II, man, he was part of prophecy, man.
To back you up,
Yep.
Revelation 9:12. One woe was past, and behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter.
What is the woe? The world war.
That's right.
Where millions of people died. Those what you call so-called white on white crime, man. All right, but the both world wars were 2 major marker points that was part of the end times. You have to remember, when Yahweh Shai was on the earth, we were in the end times. But we went 1900 years after Yahweh Shai, so we really got to the end. Like the end of the end. So World War I was one of those main markers. Because World War I kicked off 1914. So, yep.
Hebrews 1 and 2 have in these last days, spoken unto us by his son.
So that was 2,000 years ago.
Right.
It was called These Last Days. But John the Revelator was on the island of Patmos seeing World War I play out. 1900 years later.
Right.
So he was seeing the end. So even going back to 1914, we were in the end.
Right.
How much closer to the end are we are now?
Right.
All right?
Whom he has appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds.
Yep. You know, the cosmos. All right?
Different rulerships.
The different rulerships, man. See, I'm sorry.
Planets.
Planets, yeah. If you look at this thing from a Yahweh's perspective, man, this is his age of empires. You know, one kingdom will arise, then another kingdom will take over, then another kingdom will arise. So when we go into the world wars, these are part of prophecy, man. What you call those dog fighters?
Yeah.
These are major events.
Yeah.
The Wright brothers taking out with the first airplane, 1911.
Yeah.
All right.
And the reason why they describe them as locusts because why? They had them guns on
This
them
is right.
fucking planes, man.
That's right. And if you've ever seen locusts, like on say BBC, Animal Planet, those locusts will be in swarms, and they'll make those sounds too, man. They made those sounds, man.
That's right.
And what did it say? The men had hair like women or something like that.
That's right.
But it's talking about those helmets.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Those helmets, man.
That's right.
All right.
And the reason why them planes made the sound because it was the metal hitting.
Yeah.
That metal making that.
But why was it described with that type of wordplay, man? Because dogfighter and airplane and fighter, that wasn't in the vocabulary of a Hebrew man, all right? Was that 70 AD? Roughly.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
This type of technology wasn't invented yet.
That type
right.
of technology wasn't invented yet.
So how would he know to describe something like that unless it was the Holy Spirit?
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, I was just gonna speak on the point, like you said too. These were marker points to let you know what time it is, and all three of these events, World War I, World War II, and World War III, Babylon the Great is all involved in all of them, and it's no coincidence on the third one is the Lord decided to destroy it. You know.
That's right.
Because what was the latest news? The America and the UK.
The attacks on start with the H. I forget how to pronounce it.
If a brother just pull it up. Yeah. But we're entering Armageddon, man.
Houthi, I think it's the Houthis.
And then now we're going into Obadiah. Because it said the men that were in confederate with thee,
Yeah.
all right,
Eat your bread.
will eat your bread with you. Long story short, they're going to turn against you, man.
You know what I'm saying? Revelation 11:14. The second woe was past, and behold, the third woe comes quickly.
The second woe was passed. What was the second woe?
WW2.
All right, and when was that? From 1941 to 1945?
Right.
And I had the, you know what? I had the church, so-called church I went to when I was like 12, 13. All right, we was around like Edomites, right? It was like an interracial church, right? But it was an older man. I believe it was an older man. He said his brother fought in World War II. Mind you, this was like early year 2000. And this man was maybe in his 70s back then, you see? But he said his brother fought in World War II. And he said if it wasn't for Hiroshima, what was it? If it wasn't for that V-Day bombing or something like that, his brother would have had to go through that last battle. It probably wouldn't have made it back home. But just long story short, the second woe was World War II from 1941 to 1945, man. All right? But it's the third woe coming quickly, man. But guess what's special about this woe? The elect are woke now.
Right.
Don't you understand that the things is about to take place in soon times, in up and coming times, it's going to be things that's never happened on this planet Earth, man.
And it's all within a 100-year span, World War II
Yeah.
to 3. It hadn't even been 100 years yet.
Yeah,
you know?
come on, man.
That's how you know it, 'cause that's basically somebody's lifetime. You know, that's why I say it coming quickly.
Because you got centurions, all right? So yeah, World War II kicked off 1941. It's 2024. So it's like, what, like 80 years?
Basically a generation.
A generation, man.
This is Obadiah 1:7 in the NLT. All your allies will turn against you.
All your allies will turn against you, man. All right?
They will help to chase you from your land.
Because like the Elder Apostle Tahar just said, man, the UK gonna turn against you, shoot a missile at you. Then when it's gonna be a ripple effect. That first person swing off in America, everybody gonna get that confidence in that green light, man. So UK gonna shoot that missile off. Now Russia gonna shoot off. North Korea, China, because it's gonna be a fight for power.
They showed you that on Friday.
Yep.
When Craig finally hit Debo,
Yeah.
and what happened? Then everybody else started jumping in.
Yep.
You know, I think it was only one person though.
Yep.
This is Revelation chapter 17, just to back you up. It's Revelation 17:12. And the 10 horns which you saw are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour of the beast. Now those 10 horns is actually going into the EU, and that 1 hour is about roughly anywhere from 42 to 44 years. Verse 13, these have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast.
Yep.
These shall make war with the Lamb.
Yep.
And the Lamb.
Woo! And if you could just hold that.
I got you.
Hey, if a brother could just get the top of 2nd Ezra 13th chapter, man. Because, hey, man, the Bible speaks truth, man. We in Revelation.
Yeah, we're in Revelation 17 and 14.
And that one verse is just a small curtain opening to what this brother's about to read, man.
That's it.
That's how you walk into a room and the door is halfway cracked and you can peek in and see all this activity.
Right.
This is the activity that they mentioned, man.
That's right.
All right?
2 Ezra 13.
Yeah.
In verse 1. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night.
Hey, and you know what? We're so close to that. That's why they got a Space Force. That's why the military has a Space Force, and that's why the weather has been funny these past 2 summers. It's been unusually hot, even for us Southerners, man. All right? Because they doing something out of space, man. All right? Why do you have a Space Force? What terrorist group is out of space?
That's right. That's right.
except the king of terror.
Lamb.
That lamb.
Lion, actually.
That, yeah.
And he looks like a man.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like an oval skull-shaped creature, man.
Let's go, man.
You know?
First,
I was about to say, and then you know it's a power that doesn't respect America. That's why they have to warm up, because for a long time, East Edom had control over the nation to where they wouldn't dare attack America.
Yeah.
You know, they wouldn't dare threaten his authority. But for him to go through an extreme measure to get a whole another space force that's never been created, he knows a power coming that doesn't respect him.
Oh, and you know what's so heavy? That's a beautiful point, bro. It's so heavy. I forgot to mention this. During those world wars, especially World War II, you had those Foo Fighters. Well, those Foo Fighters, it was but basically, a lot of Air Force men saw chariots when they were in the air, man. They saw, and I think they call it Foo Fighters. I gotta look it back up. But it was a well-known fact that, like, Air Force men, they was in the air side by side with chariots, man.
Makes sense, man.
You know?
that's why Ronald Reagan said what he said. How if you know, if we are gonna basically team up, if there's gonna be a force that's coming that's threatening the earth, you know, or the human race.
Yeah, see, why they tell you in code, or they tell you it don't exist or whatever, they going back and get these Bible experts and breaking down these scriptures and what a UFO is in the Bible. Oh, so what was that in Maccabees? Or what was that in they putting this projection to the masses, but they going back and talking to they know what these chariots are, man.
Point, I must be allowed to read
Let's
this.
go, bro.
This came from Yahweh himself. And Shalom, big bro. And this is Exodus 15:3. The Lord Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh is his name.
And you know what another word, you know what makes a man of war a man of war? A strategist. A man of war is a strategist.
That's right.
Yahweh is a man of strategy. All right, but like the brother said, this is a world, the world of Yahweh, which is
I'm gonna say it's his chessboard.
it's his chessboard.
That's right, bro.
And his military, because he's also called what the Lord of
Lord of Lords.
the Lord of hosts.
Okay.
And what is another word for hosts? Lord of armies.
Sabaoth.
Sabaoth. So this man don't give a fuck about you. Yeah, our power, and through the Spirit, we're gonna do a lesson on that. I was gonna do a lesson on that. I'm doing this week, next week. We have an active power.
That's right.
We have an active power. So when we in those, some of us gonna be in those camps. Guess what we're gonna be praying to? An active power.
Right.
All right.
Hey,
Go ahead,
I'm
bro.
gonna say one that's alive, man.
He's alive.
Right.
He's active.
Right.
All right. You have like active bacteria and live bacteria. And you got an active God, man.
And then, like you said, he active because it's like you think about like a hype man, or you think about somebody that's like gonna go to a rap battle. He got his hype man hyping them up. That's how we are right now for our power. Like we praising y'all by shooting our shot on earth in the land of our captivity, surrounded by enemies. He got the control of the whole earth. He can do whatever he wants. And here he is, we hyping up Yahweh Shah to come back and destroy him.
And then furthermore, he's not an idol.
Right.
That's right.
You can pray to Buddha all day. That fat statue just gonna sit there, man. You can pray to all million of those idol Elamite gods or deities, man. They're not gonna do shit. Buddha.
Statue in Brazil, they ain't gonna walk.
Yeah.
Neither will they pour out their Holy Spirit on the earth. Cause
Yeah.
what? They fucking dead, man.
But the one who's called Yahweh Shai, they're active, man.
And hey, Brad, go ahead, bro.
No, because you had brought the scriptures as the Lord is a man of war. So I had just Googled, how many wars are currently going on in 2024. It said which countries are at war. They're currently at war. You got Russia and Ukraine are at war, Afghanistan, Ethiopia, Iraq, Yemen, Syria, Somalia, Libya, and the Central African
You
Republic.
so-called Jewish people, man, you Jewish people. That's how we know that, hey, the true people are not ruling, because once we come back into power, there's no more rumors of wars.
Right.
All right? There would never be the art of war again on this earth, man.
The Dominican Republic of Congo, Myanmar, Colombia, and Mali are currently in civil wars. Mexico is at war with the drug cartel. It says how many countries are currently at war. There are 32 countries currently at war. But where America at? These niggas at war? They in the midst of all that.
Yeah.
But like as scripture goes into it, that the Lord's a man of war. This is the Lord stirring up the minds of these particular leaders in these countries, man. He's prepping up Armageddon, man.
That's right? And these are the labor pains of the earth. The earth is like to a woman. And right now she's going through immense labor pains, man. And that's those wars on this earth, man. And to the Son of Man enter into the realm of existence, man. The interest of Yahweh that's going to end those labor pains, man.
Quick one. Revelation 7:1. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree.
There's a company that makes camper vehicles, and the name of that company is called 4 Winds. And it reminds me of that scripture. That's where they got it from, man. Hey, because basically the angels are commanded that America doesn't be destroyed right now.
That's right.
All right, until the elect are sealed, man. But the reason why things are speeding up, simultaneously wickedness is speeding up, and all these weird movements are proliferating on the earth, is because Yahweh Shai, the Lamb, is entering into this realm, man. You know?
All right. And now, you say how Yahweh Shai entered into this realm, which he live outside of time. And the closer he get, hey, the quicker things gonna speed up. Like, I seen movies like, if you are stuck outside of time, everything moves like this right here. Everything moves quickly. 1,000 years don't pass before you know it.
Yep.
Like the scripture says, 1,000 years is to the day to the Lord.
It makes sense what you're saying, because it's only been 2 days. But we always bring that up. It's only been 2 days, man.
Hey, that's why we're called the Son of Man. All right, we're subject to laws that the angelic realm is not subject to. So we're subject to decay. We're subject to time and limits. All right, you're born, then you die with like 75, 80, because we're subject to these laws that they are not subject to. That's why the spirit in you is a son of Yahweh, and he doesn't die, but he's inside of a planned obsolescent vehicle called a body. So even though the spirit doesn't die, your body is planned obsolescent by the Most High. So the spirit gotta go back to the spirit world, come back in a new body, go back in the spirit world, come back in a new body.
So instead of in the kingdom of heaven, instead of being son of men, we're gonna be son of the Most High, man.
Hey, 1 John the 3rd chapter, man. We should be like him.
That's right.
All
And
right.
that proves that how Shai had a biological father. Why did he deem himself as a son of man? Because that also goes into you have to have a biological father.
And can you get that in Hebrews in the 11th chapter? How he put himself in the flesh and made himself Lord in the angels.
Oh yeah.
Going right into what you're saying. See, hey man, this thing is bigger than what you can imagine, man. And this is bigger than your Roman Catholicism, man. It's bigger than your Christian churches, man. All right. And if you don't know the nature and the character of Yahweh Shai, you coming in for a rude awakening, man. All right? Because he's here to shake stuff up, man. All right? And you can still hold 2nd Ezra 13. Okay, come.
Ready for?
Yeah, come.
This is Hebrews chapter 2, verse 7. Thou madest him a little lower than the angels.
Thou madest him a little lower than the angels.
Son of man.
Son of man. And that's why Yahweh Shai is the most noble creature in existence. Because he went from the spirit world and he came into this mortal flesh to complete a mission. And he did it with perfection. All right?
The lamb without blemish.
The lamb without blemish, man. All right?
Let me start at verse 5. It's
Yep.
verse 6. It says, but one in a certain place testifies, saying, what is man that thou art mindful of him,
Yep.
or the son of man that thou visited him?
Yep.
Thou madest him a little lower than the angels. Thou crownest him with glory and honor, and didst set him over the works of thy hands.
Right, and just like us, so to be set a little lower than the angels means what? He had an extra, so like he had a terrestrial body.
Yep.
And just to prove that point, bro, I got you. This is Mark chapter 10 and verse 45 states Mark 10 and 45, and this is Yahushua speaking. For even the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to minister and to give his life a ransom for many. So when you go into son, according to the Greek, it's huas, Strong's G5207, huwas, and it means definition C. In a restricted sense, the male offspring, one born by a father and a mother.
Cause Yahushua was born in the Hebrew world, all right, and he was subject to the law of man. And the law of man is that you have to come on this earth through the sex of a male and a female,
That's it.
through the intercourse of a male and a female.
That's it. So he couldn't. So if Yahushua didn't have a biological father, then he never could have saved us.
Yep.
Because we were under the law, so therefore he had to be made under the law.
Yep.
And the requirement of being under the law, you have to have a biological father and mother.
Yep.
And that almost go into a matriarch type of idea that the woman gave birth to Yahushua with no man involved.
Right.
And it takes sperm.
Right.
You know, he was once a sperm.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
The seed of man.
Seed of man.
And other the seed go back to sperm. Was it spermos?
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
They
So-
don't.
Oh, you got it, brother.
Matthew, the first chapter, right? It gives a whole rundown of Yahushua's lineages, man, reincarnation and everything, man.
Yeah.
All the way till he actually walked on the earth.
So why didn't it go? So like you said, if he didn't have a physical genealogy, it should have just been that angel and then him and then go to the school.
Done deal.
Just manifest.
But
They showed didn't put Mary's name in there.
that's
right.
why it's referred to a cunningly devised fable.
That's right, bro.
Because you mix the word in with your lies, and you chop up the word and you mix up the wording, man.
That's right.
Like a virgin should give birth,
Yeah.
which really that virgin literally meant a young woman.
That's right.
It never meant a woman who didn't have, sex.
That's right.
It was a young woman.
That's right.
Because one thing that was very common in Jerusalem were young women,
That's right.
young unmarried women, man.
That's right.
All right.
But wouldn't it be fair to say if you had actually had sex with a virgin who had never been touched and you impregnated, have a baby, you're going to say I had a baby by a virgin.
Yep.
So,
Right.
you know,
Exactly.
so she was a virgin.
Yep. Yep, but the reason why that's so controversial, because there was literally a strategy, for lack of better words, to incorporate the worship of the Queen of Heaven.
Yeah.
The Immaculate Conception is nothing but a fertility god philosophy, man. And the Roman Catholics worship Mary, all right? It's nothing but because Roman Catholicism goes back to the worship of the Queen of Heaven, man. All right, that's why you always see the Marian child. But it goes back to Semiramis and Tammuz. All right?
I think I got you, bro.
All right.
Just to prove, this is 1 Kings chapter 1. Hey, this is 1 Kings 1:1. It says, now King David was old and stricken in years, and they covered him with clothes, but he got no heat. Verse 2. Wherefore his servants said unto him, let there be sought for my lord the king a young virgin, and let her stand before the king, and let her cherish him, and let her lie in your bosom, that my lord the king may get heat. Now,
I was agreeing, yeah, just trying to see if she can get King David ready, man.
that's right. And when he couldn't get ready, they thought he was supposed to get it. But the point is, for that virgin is Beth Waller, which means this particular girl, never had sexual intercourse. But when you go to the virgin in Isaiah, the 7th chapter, is Alamah, which means a woman that's ready to be married.
Yep.
Because Joseph was popping her before the ceremony.
Yep. So there's two different virgins per
That's
se.
it. That's it.
All right. So, hey, and that's pretty much the point, man. Oh, yeah. But that's pretty much the point, man. Hey, peace and blessings, brother. Peace and blessings, brother. Peace and blessings, brother. Peace and blessings, brother. You know? But the point is, man, all right? Joseph, hey, put yourself in Joseph's shoes, man. Even the movie Snatch, that was telling you that was simply a misusing of the word virgin, man.
You sure right.
In the movie Snatch, because the apostles brought it out and I saw the movie afterwards.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
I'm good, brother. And that was like, you gotta put yourself in, and they was basically saying, like, put yourself in Joseph's shoes. You got a little cutie walking around your house, man.
Yeah.
You got a little cutie walking around. What you gonna do, man? You just finished your last house. You know what I mean? Because you're a carpenter. You just came home, had a long day. You need to finish your work on the house, man.
mark his territory.
Yeah, man, that's just natural. He
And
claiming it.
Even if she in another room, you going in there.
Yeah.
Knock knock.
Yeah. But guess what? We had something called shame culture. And if a woman became pregnant before she was married, all right, that could incite the suspicion of whoredom. Whoredom. So Joseph, being a man of prudence,
right.
all right, and discretion,
right.
he put her away.
right.
So that wouldn't even arouse suspicion. All right?
The spirit would believe she went to what, her Mary's. Oh no, Salakia. Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, yeah. her cousin.
Elizabeth and Zacharias.
Yep.
You know?
And they would do that now, man. You know, women do that now. They go over their cousin house for whatever reason. They all got that bestie cousin.
That's right.
You know?
And that's spoken of in the book of Luke, the 2nd chapter, because they said she stayed some time with them.
Yep.
You know?
And
So
then
it
it-
only,
No, go ahead, brother.
it only made sense that she went there.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. But Jake, come on, man. Jake at the bottom, man. Jake don't know nothing, man. Jake just go by what they was raised, man.
Yeah, they tell us we got the wrong interpretation.
Yeah, they told us we got the wrong interpretation, man.
But we've been doing this shit for years, man.
Yeah.
With Spirit Halbah Shem Shah. So how can you, I mean, like, if you work somewhere, you wouldn't tell your boss that.
Right.
You know, like, I think that's your interpretation. No, but everything is in order. You can follow a man up until when it comes to the scriptures. You have to follow a man to learn how to cut hair, to drive diesels, to be a mechanic, and so on, to fix on washing machines. But when it comes to the scriptures, the Most High just deals with certain people from an individual standpoint.
Man, you got even niggas that say the Israelites saying man wrote the book. Man wrote, like, get the fuck out of here, man. But the point is, man, that's why Jake is under the heavy queen of heaven vibration. Even Jake could be 56 years old and you still a mama's boy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Still a mama's boy, man. You know, in Northern Kingdom niggas, all right, you light-skinned niggas, man. All right, y'all got that heavy queen of heaven vibration, man. Every one of your songs is the worship of a fucking woman. It's some Dominican nigga with no beard singing his heart out to a female, man.
Pleading to a woman.
Pleading to a damn woman, man.
1 Kings 2:1. Now the days of David drew near that he should die, and he charged Solomon his son, saying, I go the way of all the earth. Be you strong, therefore, and show yourself a man.
Hey, show yourself a man. And one older Jake, he has his conservative YouTube channel, and one thing he said that I did agree with, he was like, you gotta get over your mother. Like, he was like, if you're a man, you know, in America, basically so-called black man, he was like, you gotta get over your mother.
How you gotta get over your
Boy, I
mother?
said,
Yeah.
you gotta get over your mother.
You gotta get over your mother, man.
And it's hard for them to do it because their mother try to they try to raise them as they baby boy. And as he get older, then they start converting him into a husbandly role, man.
Yeah.
She don't want to take her clothes out of him,
Yep.
you know?
Yep.
So,
Hey,
no, you got it.
No, so when I learned this truth, man, we got some overcoming to do. We got to overcome that queen of heaven vibration. You know, a lot of us is products of the matriarch, products of feminism. So we got mindsets that we got to overcome through Yahushua. What I notice about Yahushua, he destroys mindsets. You know, he destroys the street culture mindset of some of us.
Been born again.
We were born again. He destroyed the Christianity mindset, the feminism mindset, the American dream mindset.
That Jaheim
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Yep. He destroyed that Kemet mindset. He's like a lightning. Yahushua is like a lightning that strikes mindsets, man. You know? You were saying something, brother?
No, I said the Jaheim mindset. You know, they put that woman first. But like you said, that shock, man. You know, Jacob be or anybody be halfway dead. Then you know the paramedic come through with them shockers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To hit him. So we was in that dead state, man. Like you said, it's like Yahushua came through with them shockers, man, which was the Holy Spirit, and woke us back up, man.
That's right.
That's right, bro.
That's right. One of those dry bones, man.
That's right.
You know?
Hey, I gotta get it. Hey, this is John 3:5. Yahushua answered, Verily, verily, I say unto you, except a man be born of water and of spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Yep.
That which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the spirit is spirit. Verse 7. Marvel not that I said unto you, you must be born again.
And part of that being born again is the Most High killing your entire home. Because, like going back to that movie, They Clone Tyrone. All right, we was living out the archetype of what the Esau engineered for us in Babylon.
That's it, bro.
We was living. Hey, somebody hold 1 Peter 4. All right, we was living out this old man that was the product. And we was the so-called white man's Frankenstein. If you combine Christianity, feminism, street culture, Americanism, black culture, what did they create? They created a monster. They created a monster.
So the scripture say, hey, he came to those that were sick, man, because we was in need of physicians.
Yeah. And we were mentally sick.
Mental illness.
We had, that's what you call a mental illness. To eat food, to pray over pork, to pray over the same food that wiped out your whole family, all right, and thinking it's all good. That's a mental illness. All right, to walk around in the streets, all right, being killed, being shot at, and walk around with a cross on your neck, or Christmas to rappers on your neck, and killing in the night. You know what I mean? Turn around, pray to this nigga. No, that's a mental illness, man.
And you called those monsters, right?
Yep.
2 Ezra 5 and 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be often sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and mischievous women shall bring forth monsters.
And the way these mischievous women brought forth monsters, because these were Israelite men who were born in Babylon. They were born in Babylon laden with these philosophies of really Satan. Because feminism and street culture and black culture and Christianity is really all rooted in Satanism. All right? That's why, you know, it's all rooted in what did they engender? It created Frankensteins, man.
And that baby boy demon is strong, because let's say you got a female that raised a man, he becomes of age, he has a family. Well, guess what? Those tendencies that he learned from his mom, he's going to pass on to his son. So although that son had his so-called father in his life, but the background, the ethics, it all goes back to him being raised by his mom. Right. So it takes a man to raise a man, right, and a spiritual man at that.
Yep.
You know?
In essence, she was divine.
You're right. You're right.
They were born at a disadvantage, and it only just got worse and worse, you know. And especially as time waxed on, it got worse and worse. Cause like you think about it, like prior to this truth spreading like wildfire, Jake still had a sense of, you know, they had a sense of manhood, you know, manliness, and you know, sense of they had a zeal. But it's like when this truth came out and Jake waxed worse and worse, you know, Edom, you know, he stepped up his work, but Jake got worse and worse and further away from the truth. And feminism and that effeminate spirit is something that hit our people hard. To what you see this day, you got alphabets walking around here like it's nothing, you know, like it's normal. You know, and then they actually look at you weird now, because at one point we were looking at them weird. Right. Now they looking at you weird because you normal.
You're my words.
Right.
And it's so crazy, man, because you can really equate those monsters being degenerates. Because the definition for monster means abnormal. You know, so we're no longer normal. Well, not us, through the spirit of Hashem, we've been born again. Right. But basically, these monsters, they're nothing but degenerates, because they left the ways of Yahweh Hashem, and the Most High hasn't brought them back to his way.
What does the word degenerate mean? The departing from an ancestral standard.
That's it, bro.
So to do an alphabet, you departed from the ancestral standard in the law of Moses, which says man should not allow a man as when he allowed with a woman.
That's right.
You know, you departed from that ancestral standard in the law of Moses, said honor thy father and mother. That's right. You departed from the ancestral standard where it said thou should not, you know, basically allow thy daughter to go a whoring. You know, so these are ancestral standards, man, that you've departed from through your modern philosophies, man. Part of the ancestral standards was what? The woman be a helpmeet, a mother, a wife. That's a masculine career, a pillar of rest. You know? So our people have departed from that ancestral standard, man. All right, come.
Just the definition for degenerate. It says having lost the physical, mental, or moral qualities considered normal or desirable, showing evidence of decline.
Okay.
And then it says lacking some property, order, or distinctiveness of structure previously or usually present.
Yep.
So really, you like you said, you degenerated. You know, that's basically what degenerate is. You degenerated from what you once previously was. You know.
Yeah, that
You know.
noble vine.
You fell from the way.
Yeah.
That's
fell from the
degenerate.
way. That's
That's
right.
what you wanted me to get.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to get it because you broke it down. But degenerate is broken down into D. DE goes back to away.
Yeah.
Generate goes back to gene,
Yeah.
like your genes. All right, your genesis. All right, who are your patriarchs? All right, so you departed from the ways of your patriarchs, your so-called ancestors, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, Mark, can I jump in front of you real fast?
Yeah, you get it.
Hey, Jeremiah 2:21. Yet I have planted you a noble vine,
And how did he plant us a noble vine?
giving us the laws.
Giving us the laws, man.
That's right.
Those laws made us noble.
Right.
Those laws made us noble, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Yet I have planted you a noble vine, wholly a right seed. And I remember Apostle Rambam broke this down when he was here. Wholly means the entire nation. Right? How then are you turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine to me?
Because if you departed from the ways of your ancestors, all right, you're like a stranger. Like, who is this?
Man, that's crazy.
Because if you go back, if you fast forward to Jerusalem, right? But you know, we had our people, they were part of the diaspora who the apostles were sent forth to teach, right?
Right.
But they would still come back to Jerusalem and celebrate those main high holy days like the Passover.
That's real.
So you would see Jake that was really degenerates.
Right.
Because they'll come back under that Grecian vibration.
That's right.
Tattoos,
Yeah.
bald head,
Yeah.
shaved beard.
Yeah.
But it was like cousin coming back to Jerusalem.
That's right.
You know, it's like
Which
you
made them strangers.
strangers. That's why the Jews was like, we don't fuck with these.
Yeah.
That's why it was strife.
Yeah.
But you can't really blame Jake for
Yeah.
being like that.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at it from that perspective, like, we don't fuck with. And guess what? We're not those Jews.
That's right.
We're the ones that was in Greece.
That's right.
We was the one with the tattoos. I came in. We was brothers on the other side of this sign with no beard,
Togas.
togas.
Toga.
Yeah, you know, brothers was we all had a westernized vibration. So that's why we're under mercy.
That's it.
And even if you were alphabet or the sister was whatever.
Right.
All right, we're in, hey, this is the regathering of the scattering.
That's it, bro.
You got it.
Yeah, and I was just thinking about this because even when you go into that term of fornication, it goes into like pornea, right? That's where you get porn from.
Yep.
So Esau really had us at one time watching spiritual porn, such as when you delve into these different philosophies. Christianity is spiritual porn. I mean, spiritual porn. Black culture is spiritual porn.
Yep.
You know?
It was inordinate affection in the spirit.
That's it, bro.
You know?
Yeah. I think Lamar has something.
Okay.
Well, I had went and got this. She brought this scripture for the definition for noble in etymology. It's noble of high rank or birth, well known, famous, renowned.
Well known, famous. What did it say in Genesis the 6th chapter? That these were men of renown. They were giants
They were
walking.
giants,
Yeah.
yeah. They were
Men of
giants.
renown, man.
Yeah.
Because before we were Israelites, we were called the sons of God.
That's right.
All right? Because we had the laws back then.
That's right.
We had the juice.
That's right.
You know, we had them keys to the kingdom back then.
Yeah.
You know, we were judges back then. Like even in America, a judge is held at a high estate.
Yeah.
Like Judge Mathis is a man of renown.
That's right.
Judge Joe Brown is a man, like you know him.
Yeah.
He's a man of so back then we were the judges of the earth back then. So we were in charge of the going in and going out. That's why the serpent envied us.
That's it.
And, yep.
That's it. And so when you go into Genesis 6 chapter, right, and when it had like the sons of God found that these women were fair, meaning what? We started having sex with these other women.
And guess
Nothing
what?
spooky.
Yeah.
There ain't no angels came
Yeah.
from the spiritual realm and procreated. No, it was us. For example, like Tiger Woods' father was an Israelite, and his mom is probably a Moabite.
Yep.
They when they had their union. What happened? They brought forth Tiger Woods, and he would have been labeled as a giant in the world.
And you know, that happened over and over again,
Yeah.
all throughout history.
Yeah.
Starting with King David.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say started with King David,
Right.
but King Masha, Moses.
Yeah.
He had what, a Midianite woman?
That's right.
All right, and then King David had foreign women.
And what did he name one of his sons upon? Gershom, which means strangers.
King Solomon had, what was that, 700 concubines?
That's right.
All right, they was traveling abroad.
Yeah.
They were importing women.
Yeah.
All right, because Hey, but like I said, that's the nature of an Israelite man. In World War I, World War II, you think we was looking at the women like they ain't talking to her?
Right.
Nah, we was doing our thing,
And
man.
even the 12 progenitors of our forefathers, they deal with other women, man. So the woman basically don't determine the seed. It's us. It's us. Like basically, we can bring back Israel with women from these other nations, man.
But you know, a lot of you Israelites say that because you haven't overcome feminism,
Yeah.
and you haven't mentally overcome the West.
Right.
So even though you say you're an Israelite, you still are subject to the laws of the West.
For example, if I have a watermelon seed, if I plant that bitch in China, what type of seed is there? It's a watermelon.
Yeah.
So a watermelon is gonna produce at the allotted time.
And I was going to say apostle, but the elder brother Kazaki Allah brought out that scripture about out of his bucket, his seed, you know, because that's the nature of Jake. Jack Johnson, it's something about the women of the other nation that activate Jake, man.
Yeah.
I'm being subjective, but the women of the other nation, they stimulate Jake, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, and speaking of that seed truly belongs to the man. Because, like you said, a watermelon seed, but if you till up the land and plant a garden, the man gonna put the seed in that garden, he's gonna plant it, and when it grows, what? Do the fruits and vegetables belong to the garden? What the garden gonna do with it? You know what I'm saying? Nothing. The man is gonna go and do what he wanna do with it because the product that produced from those seeds belong to him. Husbandry.
And that's the basic law of nature, man. That's why the man is called the husband, because he does the
I
plowing
was just thinking
and
that.
plants the seed.
That's right.
All right, and the women is really called the earth.
That's right.
The 5% is like, this is my earth.
That's right.
They're not wrong in that respect, in that
Right.
regard,
Right.
because the woman is the earth that you're doing your plowing.
Yeah.
You plow. What happens after you plow? You drop them seeds in there.
That's it.
After you break that soil, you drop them seeds in there, man. Ugh. You know?
Just sit back and wait for the crop.
Yeah, wait for the crops, man. 9 months to harvest. You know? And that's like you said, it doesn't matter what woman you plow.
That's right.
It's still that watermelon seed gonna come out that earth, man.
Yeah.
Gonna look a little different.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
No matter if it's say made in China and you grew it over here.
Yeah, that's right. And you're not hey, that's a beautiful point. That tomato might look a little different if you scatter that seed in California versus Florida, but it's still a tomato.
Right.
Because you got what they call a genotype and a phenotype, and both of y'all share, like, the baby shares y'all chromosomes and stuff like that. So you might have your mom's eyes and her nose and her hair texture. Yeah, but guess what? That spirit is transported through those sperm cells, man.
Right, because that sperm is pure.
Yep, that's right, man. That spirit, and then the sperm is already, they already alive anyway.
Yep.
But they're little used.
That's it.
Like that character Mini-Me, or like that movie The Minions, like a little million of them motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So now it's already transferred because what is that? That's your seed.
Yep.
You know.
That's why you got that. I forget. I know Brother probably seen it where the she had to be some part of maybe she was Jamaican or something, but she had broke down why a man is to reproduce, man. Why he can constantly have women because he got like billions of sperm cells.
And you know, and ever since you was I say a young man, because really Jake might kick off at like Jake might kick off at 9, 10, 11 years old. Jake be what they call horny or mannish.
Right.
Because you might start puberty at 9. But why is that, man? You were created to recreate.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense in this society. It's not fitted for this society. But Jake be ready to recreate. And sometimes 9, 10, 11.
Yeah.
The age of man is 12, but Jake will kick off puberty, like I said, 9, 10, 11 years old. And you can't help your impulses.
That's right. And when you look up that term puberty, it actually means adulthood.
Yeah, so, hey, man, you'll start getting the pubic hairs and you start getting musty, you know, at like 9, 10. Someone, you know.
Yeah.
The female will kick off puberty at like 9. You know, she'll have a period in 4th grade.
Wow.
You have flower. Yeah. So, but Jake was created to recreate, man.
Like what the scriptures go to how a little one should become a great nation.
A small one should become 1,000, yeah.
Right. So how is that gonna be, man? A woman can't just
Yeah.
produce like that. If you take 10 men and put them on the island with one woman, and then vice versa, 10 women on the island with one man, who's gonna populate their island the quickest?
Yep.
It's gonna be that man with the 10 women, man.
And then the woman, it gonna take 9 months to have the baby.
And who baby is it?
And we really
And
don't know.
she done dealt with all of
Yeah.
them. Who baby is?
Basically running the train on them.
Shows you that a woman's supposed to be with one man.
Yep.
They keep the confusion down.
The woman is the earth. We're the plowman. We're the husband. Like you said, if you get one Jake and you put 10 women on the island, come back in 100 years.
But mass populated.
Yeah. Only about 2,000 people, man. Noah did it. Noah and his son.
Yeah. You go back to the old girl, she gonna have one seed a year, one dropping one baby a year, and don't know who the daddy is.
Playing the guessing game.
And then like you,
Hold the baby to each dude.
That's my baby, Pop.
Yeah.
and then like you said, when you do plant like seeds into the earth, you got your own, like you going into your, like your own land. You got your own land with its own boundaries that you plant your seeds. So you don't let someone else come and put their seeds of like an apple tree or something in your soil, in your territory. That's yours. They got to go find their own land to plant their seeds. And I got appreciate it too.
And that's in the law.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to have mixed seed.
Right.
You know? You got it, bro.
But this is Genesis 9:1, and this was a direct commandment to the men, to Noah to his son, but it's to the men. It says, and Yahweh Shem Yahushua blessed Noah and his sons and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. Going back to where you said when a man hits puberty, basically his hormones start kicking in. Basically, that's when it starts. That's when he has that desire to start to replenish the earth, or to populate.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
I was just gonna say, and that there's even more reason why the Lord has created more women on the earth than He is men, because of that very reason in itself.
See the elites. Oh, you still talking?
No, go ahead.
The elites, they created this illusion or delusion of population control, and for you to populate, it's not enough people. It's not enough people on the earth for the earth to nourish, population like that. But it's really going back to the agenda for population reduction. So a lot of us had this scarcity mentality, like, man, I just can't start having children like that. Now, because of prophecy, we should, but in a natural world, you should.
Right.
The Most High created the earth for you to have every man to have 10 acres, and he got 10, 20 little ones. You know what I mean? That's supposed to be normal. Why would the Most High? The Most High doesn't create existence to cancel itself out.
You create imbalance.
He doesn't create imbalance. So why would the Most High put it in you to be like 12 years old and now you have those needs at 12 all the way to the time you're like 80 and you die? You know what I mean? Why would the Most High create that if the earth couldn't house everything? You know?
And he didn't give the same stipulations to the man that he gave to the woman.
Yep.
Because the woman's supposed to be at home, she's supposed to be covered up, no man's supposed to see her.
Yeah.
But he didn't give that stipulations to the man, saying you can't be looking at these unmarried women like that. Like it's the reason why, because of population, like you said.
That's why Christianity creates the most neutered men. You know, go ahead.
Got a quick one for you.
Yeah. Come on, it's crazy.
This is Genesis 1:27. So the Most High, the Elohim created man in his own image. In the image of the Most High created he them.
And the image was that order that was in the spirit world, man.
Right.
You
that's
know?
right. Male and female created he them.
Nah, it said 28 different genders.
Male and female created he them.
And that's it, male and female.
Yep.
All right?
And the Elohim blessed them, and the Elohim said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth.
And now you watched that docu movie called Goodbye Uncle Tom, right? And an assessment that was making about Jake when they came to America, they were very highly sexually active. They said that they had to put some type of lock on their hands to keep them from masturbating. Like this is in the movie Goodbye Uncle Tom. They're like, we had to basically keep their hands from touching their groin because Jake was just sexually active. But that's the nature of Abba's boys, man. Because he told us to be fruitful.
Yeah.
So Jake is very fruitful. All 12 tribes, man.
I got you.
All right.
Exodus 1:11. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens.
And let's about to shock you. What's that? What verse you want? Can you? Was it the one that was like where the Pharaoh saw that they was overpopulated?
Yeah. It's gonna go into it.
Okay. You gotta go.
Well, you know what? Let me jump up.
All right.
Hey, this is Exodus 1:1. Now these are the names of the sons of Israel which came into Egypt, every man and his household came with Jacob, Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin, Dan and Naphtali, Gad and Asher. And all the spirits that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 spirits, for Joseph was in Egypt already. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all their generation.
Yep.
And the sons of Israel were fruitful, and increased abundantly, and multiplied, and waxed exceeding mighty.
Because the shepherd boys came to the city,
Yeah.
came to Egypt. All right, and the Most High set up to when they grew.
Mm-hmm.
All right, because it was 70 souls,
Yeah.
and they proliferated into the millions.
Yeah.
All right.
And the land was filled with them.
Yep.
Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the sons of Israel are more and mightier than we.
More and mightier. So, if that's how the Pharaoh looked at us back then, and this is a Hamite, how much more are these Edomites looking at us, especially the elites?
And we outnumber them now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Like, well, not only are there more than that, because that's what Planned Parenthood was about.
That's right.
The eugenics movement.
That's right.
The eugenics movement was about these 12 tribes.
Yeah.
Now they're no longer in slavery.
Yeah.
It's a threat to us.
That's right.
When they were our oxen and our slaves, it was a benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're so-called free. These
Yeah.
are human resources,
Yeah.
and they can overpopulate us.
That's right.
All right.
They take over.
And that's what happened with the Haitian rebellion.
That's right.
I found out that the Levi overpopulated the Edomites on that Haitian island, and that's why it was like easier to have that rebellion.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like it was way more Levites than Edomites.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And now also I had came across a video they use voodoo too.
Yeah, they did use that food, man. Yep.
Verse 10, along with that. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Huh.
Verse 10, come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there fall out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land.
Yep.
Therefore they did set over their taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses.
And if you Google Pithom and Ramses, the architecture is very similar to the Aztec architecture.
What are those? Is the coins?
I'm sorry.
Pyramids.
The pyramids. All right, and it's very similar. It's very similar to the Aztec architecture. And those particular buildings, they had the square shape, just like the Aztec, the Mayans. Cause who built it?
That's right.
Who built it?
We built this city.
Who
man.
built this city? Who brought that? Who brought that science over here? It tells you that they were experts in astrology.
That's right. Issachar, right?
Issachar.
That's right.
So the Issachar, they were masters in taking that astrology in a the circuit of heaven, and they've been a footprint for their architecture. And they brought it over here to the Western world. Explain that. Why you think they're not for those who think they're not the Israelites, man?
That's right.
All right.
And why are pyramids, like you say, found in South and Central America?
And even your pagan rituals, with the so-called Mayans like Zebulun and Issachar, where did that pagan ritual come from? We gotta do all these human sacrifices to appease the gods so we won't have a famine. Egypt.
Egypt.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Verse 12. But the more they afflicted them, hey, this is the point. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew.
And the most I had to set up, the more the Egyptians afflicted the Israelites, the more the Israelites multiplied and grew.
So they would go home and try to get comfort from their wives.
And because I can tell you the nature of an Israelite, personal experience. When you frustrated, you seek women, man.
right.
When an Israelite man is frustrated, like he's stressed the fuck out,
Yeah.
that's why Jacob be poor as shit and still making babies. Jacob out here struggling, but you are still out here making babies, man.
Try to get that pressure on.
Trying to get that pressure out, man. Yeah.
At least 5.
But you know what? The Most High such a genius, they keep your race from dying out.
That's right.
Like the more we oppress,
Yeah.
the more active we are.
That's right.
A weak race can do that. So the most I put like the closer you are to dying, or you know what I mean, the more active I'm gonna make you so you can reproduce yourself, just in case something does happen. You know what I mean?
And that's the same thing that happened in America.
Yeah.
As well as the Americans.
Yep.
And they were grieved because of the sons of Israel.
They were grieved like shit. That didn't work. That plan didn't work. You know?
Back to the drawing board.
Back to the drawing board, man. All right? But Israel different, man. And those midwives is different too. Because it's so to the effect that those midwives kept giving birth, you know,
Yeah, you want to keep reading?
about the shop.
And then it was a blessing to us that we were gonna be multiplied as the sands of the sea,
Yep.
the stars of heaven. That wasn't given to no other nation.
That's right.
You know, that was only given to the Israelites. So it's already embedded into the Israelites specifically to continue multiplying. And Esau, that's another thing he hates too, because he can't multiply. He's not even multiplying like he used to anyway. But he can't multiply like the Israelites.
Right, he can't, man. Because even with the so-called white man, his death rate is higher than his birth rate.
Right.
He's supposed to be on top. But the Most High made that is but that's a god of the earth. The Israelite man is a god of the earth. You can just reproduce yourself through different women. That's really you're really the god of the earth, man. That's the alpha male. You got them alpha genes that you gotta reproduce, man. You know?
I got one for you.
All right, go ahead, brother.
We kind of skip around on it though. This is the book of Judges, chapter 21. Can I read the NLT?
Yep.
Starting at verse 14. Then the men of Benjamin returned to their homes, and 400 women of the Jabesh Gilead who had been spared were given to them as wives, but there were not enough women for all of them.
Yep.
The
So
people-
there was what, 200 short?
I don't think specifically gave it.
Because they needed 600. I think they only had 400.
Yeah, because they had got down to how many?
600 men, so they needed 200 women. All right, but that's okay because I was just roughly recalling it.
All right, back in the scriptures, going to verse 15. The people felt sorry for Benjamin because the Lord Yahweh had made this gap among the tribes of Israel. So the elders of the assembly asked, how can we find wives for the few who remain, since the women of the tribe of Benjamin are dead? There must be heirs for the survivors, so that an entire tribe of Israel is not wiped out. So I'm gonna skip down to verse 20. They told the men of Benjamin who still needed wives, go and hide in the vineyard. When you see the young women of Shiloh come out,
Those were actually Ephraimites, located in Shiloh. And so if Benjamin didn't get those women, what happened? What would happen? You wouldn't have a tribe of Benjamin.
when you see the young women of Shiloh come out for their dances, rush out from the vineyards, and each you can take one of them home to the land of Benjamin to be your wife.
And this is the true meaning of rape, R-A-P-E, because in the Hebrew that means to seize, to carry off, to carry away. So the elders instructed the tribe of Benjamin to rape these Ephraimites to preserve their nation.
Yeah. That's pretty much what the point.
Yeah, it wasn't about being a nice guy.
Yes.
About preserving your nation.
It's about preserving
your
the
tribe.
nation. Yeah.
It's all about the results, man.
Yeah, and if you go into this thing called Newspeak, it tells you that rape as we know it, it changed around, I want to say 1400s. Because back then, it literally means to carry away seeds. I remember back in the day, we used to play basketball.
Yep.
If you got crossed, somebody would say, man, you got raped.
Took you.
You got raped.
Hey, Roy,
man.
in my little job, back when I used to work at a fast food joint, if too many customers are going through the drive-thru, more than you can handle as a cook in the kitchen, they'll say, "Oh, he back there getting raped." Yeah, they're like, "He's back there getting raped." Like,
They taking them
yeah,
there.
you trying to flip the burgers and you seen all the stuff pop up on the menu, like, I can't do this. Oh, he getting raped. Yeah.
That's right.
Doing the rush hours, the lunch hours. You get, because what happened? You getting dominated.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's all it's about. You get dominated.
Yeah.
You get dominated. You know, you be wrestling in school, somebody pick you up, man. They pull the dude off you, boy. You got it.
Yeah, man.
That's all it means.
Yeah, man. But go ahead, brother.
I'll just say another one of Esau tactics to, separate the truth, man, from reality, man. So people are thinking rape is like a horrible thing, man. In this day and time, you got some weirdos out there. They'll take that shit a little,
They modernized.
Yeah, man.
That's
They
right.
doing a little too goddamn much, man.
In this day and age, you ain't gotta do that. You can just go online and The casual, see, and the scripture said that wife should be a harlot in the city.
Yeah.
So there's no point in even doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because now it's on the table.
That's it.
But just going back to the definition, all right, you took it.
That's it.
All right, and you took it or you enticed it.
That's it.
Yeah, but the crime wasn't taking it. The crime was, oh, this somebody else's wife. That's adultery.
That's right.
Or you took it and put it back.
That's right. Or didn't pay for it.
You didn't pay for it.
You know, that's what the dowry was all about.
Yeah.
You know?
If the law of the land was the law of Yahweh shot, that rape would come with the penalties, man. You have to give the father so many shekels of silver.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You have to take that woman and not put her away.
Hey, brother. Hey, I want these two brothers to get the scripture. You can get Sirach the 9th chapter. You can start at the top. All right? And you can get Sirach the 42nd chapter. Where it goes to the father wicked at night when no man knows. All right? Because going back to that dowry, we'll let the scripture speak. But see, there's a reason why, you know, it was a proverb of our elders not to be staring at women like that. Like I said, like engaging upon a maid. Because what happens? You gaze, that flesh take over. But guess what?
Yeah.
Those maids were virgins, and that's a pricey ass dowry.
That's right.
And so yeah, you can get that in the actually get that in the GNT, the Sirach 9th chapter Salak, brother. But yeah, it's a reason why our forefathers they said things like engage not upon a maid. Because you'll get aroused in the flesh and you end up enticing or you'll take it. But now, look, this is a virgin in Jerusalem, that's a high price, brother.
Right.
In Jerusalem, man, you get a virgin, that's a high price dowry. I don't know how much 50 shekels of silver is, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
And that's why I said a harlot should be counted as spittle. Because in Jerusalem, the price of a harlot, that's cheap
Yeah.
compared to the price of a virgin. And even in the Middle East now, certain parts of the Middle East, your work is in your virginity. So if you're not a virgin, why marriage for what? You know? You get this right now. Let me see. Let me see. You can start. Yeah, you can start it for. Oh shit! Start at 5, bro.
This Sirach chapter 9, starting at verse 5.
And that's actually the point. That's actually the point. Yeah.
In the GNT, it says, "Don't look too intently at a virgin, or you may find yourself forced to pay a bride price."
Yep. You see that? Read that again, brother.
Don't look too intently at a virgin, or you may find yourself forced to pay a bride price.
And what's the bride price? Well, according to Deuteronomy, all right, 50 shekels of silver. Yeah, because what happens is you looking at them, and your flesh start taking over. Your testosterone start increasing, man. Things were different back in the old country. Our forefathers, I'm talking about in America, 50, 60 years ago, their testosterone was way higher than our testosterone. All right, their penises was way longer than us. Their bowels, like their testicles, is bigger because it stored more testosterone. How much more 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago, 4,000 years ago? So the way a man reacted to a woman 2,000 years ago was way more aggressive, all right, than how a man would act now, because that testosterone was out the roof, man. That's why, that's why a woman had to be covered the fuck up. All right? That's why you couldn't arrest a man for RAPE.
That's right.
Because that was going to likely happen.
Yeah.
A man was different. Like, men fought to the death back then with no gun. Just like, men were different 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 years ago, man. All right, we're fucked up now, man.
Hey, can I bring something out, bro?
Yep.
This is Exodus 22:16 in the NLT. If a man seduces a virgin who is not engaged to anyone
Yep.
and has sex with her,
Because you know what? You ever went to a store, right?
Right.
And there was a product on the shelf,
Right.
but the product was on the shelf,
Right.
but it said sold up under it.
right?
You know?
Right.
So that's like a betrothed woman.
Right.
You see the woman, but she's already betrothed.
Right.
All right, but she's there.
So I can't touch her.
You can't touch her.
because their product is spoken for.
Yeah, now this particular instance, she's not spoken for.
Right.
All right.
So back in Exodus 22:16, if a man seduces a virgin who is not engaged to anyone and has sex with her, he must pay the customary bride price and marry her.
Another word for bride price is what?
The dowry.
Dowry.
That's right. Verse 17. But if her father refuses to let him marry her, the man must still pay him an amount equal to the bride price of a virgin.
Yep, and I believe in Deuteronomy, it went to those 50 shekels. If he took it, you know, because you have to remember, you bought an employee. Back in the old country, you had an estate. You didn't have no apartment. Well, they did have apartments in Jerusalem, but you didn't. It wasn't about, you know, mortgages and shit like that. It was we had an estate, but you had to maintenance your estate. So oftentimes, when you bought a daughter from a man, you really bought an employee that you can have sex with and also multiply yourself with. You see? And you can bring in your heir, all right, that was really going to inherit your estate. All right?
Deuteronomy 22 and 25. But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field, and a man force her and lie with her, then the man only that lay with her shall die.
Yep. What? But was it because he forced her?
No.
It was because
she was betrothed.
she was betrothed.
She was engaged.
You adulterer.
That's right. That's right. Verse 26. But unto the damsel you shall do nothing. There is in the damsel no sin worthy of death. Why? Because she screamed out. She was taken for it. And she was letting that person know, look, I'm taken for it, and she screamed as well.
Yeah, because every car supposed to have an alarm already set on it. So you get the feeling on the handle and this shit don't go off. It's like, oh, I guess it's my. Yeah, but that alarm go off, it's like, nah, nigga, you a thief. Yeah.
The door already open.
Yeah, the door already open. Like, oh shit, you know what I mean?
Oh, sit on it.
Yeah.
Verse 26. But unto the damsel you shall do nothing. There is in the damsel no sin worthy of death. For as when a man rise against his neighbor and slay him, even so is this matter. Verse 27. For he found her in the field, and the betrothed damsel cried, and there was none to save her. Verse 28. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed or engaged, and lay hold on her.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Women were fully dressed back then, and men still took it, man.
That's how bad they were.
Yeah, that's how bad they were.
Then Judas stopped the war, didn't she? By just walking by.
Hold the stool.
Yeah. Hey, that's the battle cry.
Yeah.
Hey, back in verse 28. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her, and lie with her, and they be found, then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver.
Hey, then keep it that last part.
Yeah. Then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver.
That's why I said, look not intently upon the virgin. Go ahead.
Yep.
This is Sirach 9 and 5 again, GNT. Don't look too intently at a virgin, or you may find yourself forced to pay a bride price.
Yeah, because they're gonna charge you for looking? No. They're looking, gonna entice you to want to. Yeah. You break it, you buy it.
That's the act.
You broke her virginity? It's yours now.
That's you.
Yep.
Come out the pocket.
Yep, come.
This is verse 8. It says, when you see a good-looking woman, look the other way. Don't let your mind dwell on the beauty of any woman who is not your wife. Many men have been led astray by a woman's beauty. It kindles passion as if it were fire.
And it's really talking about another man's wife. All right? But like I said, in Jerusalem, you just didn't have a bunch of single women walking around.
Right.
You know, it was law to be a virgin.
That's right.
So, you know, you might have had divorcees and stuff like that. But nah, that came with a price. You had adultery. You had the price of a virgin. You see?
That's right.
All right, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, back in the scripture, then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels.
Because you bought an asset.
That's right.
All right.
Of silver, and she shall be his wife because he has humbled her, had sex with her. He broke it, he got to pay for it.
Yep.
He may not put her away all his days.
That's your servant now. That's your employee.
That's it.
You know?
No possession.
That's your possession.
Cause like you said, that was the father. His daughter is his bargaining chip.
Yep.
You know, and her virginity is like a what's the word I want to look for? Her virginity is a ticket.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. So she can have her she could have a great life, man,
Yep.
by her virginity, and she got beauty too. She could be handed off to a very wealthy man.
worth it.
Yeah.
Even on this side, if you got a woman that ain't been out there like that, and she turned 19, 20, 21, and she got that good girl energy, she a high commodity on this side.
Yeah.
And you can tell she ain't been out there like that. Jake don't know, like, oh nah, that's wifey right there.
Yeah.
She got a high bargaining chip, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like that, she got no tattoos, she kinda shy, she kinda, you know what I mean? Kinda
Yeah.
natural and shit.
Value
Yeah,
higher.
her value higher, man. Like I said, that's why in Babylon it's hard for a woman to get married. Cause you already having sex with her. You know what I mean? She already kinda like whirling it out there. So now she's trying to press the man to marry her, but she ain't got no bargaining power. He already having sex with you. You know what I'm saying? You trying to press the man to go through the state, go through the wedding, he already been having sex with you. But with that virgin thing,
That's right.
you know?
You already know like 5 Jakes already done dealt with.
Yeah.
That shit ain't gonna go over, man.
Yup.
Check this out. Genesis 34:1. And Dinah, the daughter of Leah, which she bare to Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land. And when Shechem, the son of Hamor, the Hivite, prince of the country, saw her, he took her and lay with her and defiled her. So what happened? He raped her. Right? Verse 3. And his spirit clave unto Dinah, the daughter of Jacob, and he loved the damsel and spoke kindly unto the damsel. And Shechem spoke unto his father Hamor, saying, get me this damsel to wife. So although he broke it, he wanted to pay for it.
Yeah, yeah.
Verse 4.
Integrity.
Integrity. And this was a man of the tribe of Ham. Right? Verse 4. And Shechem spoke unto his father Hamor, saying, get me this damsel to wife. And Jacob heard that he had defiled Dinah, his daughter. Now his sons were with his cattle in the field, and Jacob held his peace until they were come. And Hamor, the father of Shechem, went out unto Jacob to commune with him. And the sons of Jacob came out of the field when they heard it. And the men were grieved, and they were very wroth, because he had wrought folly in Israel and lying with Jacob's daughter.
Yeah, a heathen wasn't supposed to impregnate an Israelite, man.
Right.
Right.
You know?
That's right.
Hey, and this is the story of Simeon and Levi,
Right.
them so-called Dominicans and them so-called Haitians,
That's
man.
right.
And if you know anything about Simeon and Levi, because they go into the prophecies where they had an instrument of cruelty.
That's right.
Hey, man, they cutthroat, man.
Cut the road.
All right?
And which thing ought not to be done. And Hamor communed with them, saying, the spirit of my son Shechem longed for the daughter. I pray you give her him to wife, and make few marriages with us, and give us your daughter to us, and take our daughters unto you. And you shall dwell with us, and the land shall be before you. Dwell and trade you therein, and get you possessions therein. And Shechem said unto her father and unto her brother, let me find grace in your eyes, and what you shall say unto me I will give. And me never so much dowry and gift, and I will give according as you have selected. Ask me never so much dowry and gift, and I will give according as you shall say unto me, but give me the damsel to wife. So whatever price that they mentioned, he was going to do, right? And the sons of Jacob answered Shechem and Hamor, his father, deceitfully, and said, because he had defiled Dinah, their sister, and they said unto them, we cannot do this thing to give our sister to one that is uncircumcised, for that were a reproach to us. But in this will we consent unto you, if you will be as we be, that every male of you be circumcised.
And that's a setup, by the way.
That's the setup.
Yep. 'Cause they really got hate in their heart right
That's
now.
right. That's
Yep.
right. Because a heathen defiled their sister.
Yep.
Then will we give our daughters unto you, and we will take your daughters to us, and we will dwell with you, and you will become one, and we will become one people. But if you would not listen to us to be circumcised, then we will take our daughter, and we will be gone. And their words pleased Hamor and Shechem, Hamor's son. And the young men deferred not to do the thing, because he had delight in Jacob's daughter. And he was more honorable than all the house of his father. And Hamor and Shechem, his son, came into the gate of their city and communed with the men of their city, saying, these men are peaceable with us. Therefore, let them dwell in the land and trade therein. For the land, behold, it is large enough for them. Let us take their daughters to us for wives, and let us give them our daughters. Only herein will the men consent unto us for to dwell with us, to be one people, if every male among us be circumcised as they are circumcised. So let me jump to the point. And it came to pass on the third, when they were sore, that the two sons of Jacob, Simeon and Levi, Dinah's brother, took each man his sword and came on the city boldly and slew all the males.
Yep.
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 And that's the point.
That was the value in that virginity.
Right.
All right, the importance of the dowry.
Yep.
And you know, heathen are not supposed to mess with our women.
Right.
Because guess what? The seed is from the man. So now if they have heathen babies, it's gonna mess up everything, man.
Yeah, but that woman could have brought them together in one union. But and the reason why Jacob got mad, because they gave them their word, but they still slew him anyway.
Yeah. Yep.
You know.
Yep. That's a good point. Hey, but hey, with that, we hope you brothers and sisters were edified. All right, once again, we want to give all honor and glory to
Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai B'Hashem Rakadash.
Double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone Ruel. Peace and blessings to the house of David the elect. Abba Baal.
Abba.
Yashal.
Yashal.
How about Shema Shar Bakatham? Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah. We just